Hello everyone, I am Ronler and you are watching Arsenal vs Everton Premier League. This is a best on one simulation fully recorded and edited for your entertainment. No third party footage, assets, or any other copyrighted material has been used. All content is self produced for entertainment purpose only.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Look at the lineups here, it looks very much, Jim, like a 5-4-1.
Conservatism would appear to be at play, Peter. However, we don't quite know what their motives are just yet. It could well be as it looks, but it might also be a way of deceiving the opposition into thinking that they're just going to sit back and then hope to produce an aggressive counter-attack or two. This system can accommodate that, and I certainly hope we're going to get something positive in response, and it's not going to be all defence.
And that gets things running. It's McNeil. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Rice. Odegaard. Timber. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Martinelli. McNeil. Coleman. McNeil. Grealish. And he's there to clear it. And he cuts out the supply. Martinelli. Incapuyi. Rice. Odegaard. Gabriel. Timber. Odegaard. Timber. Rice. Saka. Timber. Rice. Saka. Spread out to the left. Pickford. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Odegaard. Timber. And he goes cross-field. And here's Martinelli. Calafiori. Rice. Saka. Odegaard. Timber. Proves too strong. Gets it away. And it's Timber. Timber's cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Better. Looking to break at pace. Grealish. Mikolenko. Garner. Played towards the other side. Idrissa Gueye. Coleman. Garner takes the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Garner is offering a right smile there.
Odegaard. Rice. Martinelli. This looks promising. He's having a shot! Great effort, but no way through. McNeil. Grealish. Mikolenko. And it's Grealish. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Incapuyi. Calafiori. Calafiori chooses to go cross-field. Odegaard. Timber. Saka. Played with finesse. And here comes the corner. Hefty challenge, but fair enough. Great defending, strong and determined. Beto takes control of enemies on the move. Beto was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Grealish. Idrissa Gueye. And it's Grealish. Showing good feet. Grealish. That is lovely. Punched away.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Mikolenko clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Martinelli, out to the left it goes. Martinelli, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Garner. Coleman. McNeil. Ah, such a clever touch. Plenty waiting in the middle. And here's Gueye. And it's Coleman. And here's Beto. Beto. Beto! Idrissa Gueye. Real chance! And another crack at goal. It's been a high-tempo start.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Odegaard. Gabriel. Aim forwards. Ground threat. Garner. here's Beto. And here's McNeil. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Idrissa Gueye. Ghana. Mikolenko. Made over towards the opposite flank. Idrissa Gueye. Ghana. O'Brien. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Ødegaard. That's really well manoeuvred. Saliba. Gabriel. Saka. Rice. Calafiori. Calafiori shifted upfield. Mikolenko gently done. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Ødegaard. Saliba moved on forwards. Saka knocks it out wide. It's a clearance, but not much of one. Oh, that's neat. Clearly not happy with that. McNeil. Mikolenko. Grealish. Idrissa Gueye. And it's McNeil. Coleman. McNeil. Calafiori. Saka. Timber. Mikolenko does really well to win the ball there. Looks to the other side. McNeil. Coleman. McNeil. Rice. Calafiori. And he goes cross-field. Timber. Saka. And he welcomes it in. That's the keeper's ball. Martinelli. Saka. Timber. Saka. Mikolenko. Grealish. He's on a run down the left wing. Cut it out. Rice. Martinelli. Saka. Coleman. McNeil. Grealish. Idrissa Gueye. And here's Beto. No way through, so back it comes. And it's Coleman. And Here's McNeil. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Odegaard. Timber. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. That's the throw. Saka. Timber. Saka. Martinelli. Over to the left. Big chance! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Mikolenko forwards and with intent. Odegaard. Saka.
Must have been told to look for ways to try and construct some space down the middle here.
And what is it, Jim, that they're actually achieving?
Well, it opens up the pitch, stretches the opposition, and it activates more running room.
Rice. Saka. That has found him in acres of space. Can he finish? He's hit it first time.
Yeah, quick thinking and the right choice for me, but that was difficult to get right.
Oh, what a climb! Oh, not the best of headers. Garner. Played towards the other side. McNeil. Now he's off and running. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, the lethargy in their play isn't a great look, and it was very evident on that occasion.
That'll be a throw. Idrissa Gueye. And it's played forward. Gabriel wins the duel this time. Moved on forwards. McNeil. McNeil played over towards the opposite flank. That's a good run down the left. Grealish delivers. Up he goes! Couldn't quite control it.
Arsenal, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Timber. Saliba. Calafiori. Lukapuyi. Nkapie forwards and with intent. Saka. It's Timber. And here's Saka! McNeil. Idrissa Gueye. And here's Beto! Beto! decent enough try. Gets it away. Deftly away. Nikolenko. Idrissa Gueye. And it's Coleman. Idrissa Gueye. Garner. Applies the finish! That's got him rattled.
Beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
McNeil. Grealish. Calafiori. Gabriel. Nkapie chooses to go cross-field. Gabriel. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Coleman. McNeil played towards the other side. Grealish. And it's Gueye. Coleman. And here's McNeil. That's very neat. Cross goes in there. Keeper has taken decisive action. Oh, what a chance! And he's there to get it away. Calafiori. Gabriel. Nkapie. Head over towards the opposite flank. That's really well manoeuvred. And there's green grass ahead of him. O'Brien is there, and he can get that clear. Odegaard. Nice physical challenge. And it's McNeil. Do have a chance to counter here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Timber. And here's Saka. Arsenal have a free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal there.
Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Here's Martinelli. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
We all love a tryer, Peter, but the wiser choice would have been ball into box.
it's been taken short. Oh, shooting chance!
Oh, fine stop from the keeper. I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Cleared away. Garner has played it long. Calafiori. O'Brien does really well to win the ball there. And it's Grealish. And here's Beto. Beto, oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Ødegaard. Timber. 0-0 still. No lack of chances though.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Grealish. Grealish. Idrissa Gueye. No, he's overshot the green. Ødegaard. Martinelli. Saliba. And it's Timber. Saka. Martinelli. Clipped into space. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And claimed it back swiftly. Saka. Timber. Saka. Rice. And here's Martinelli. Lovely, now then. And the finish! He's missed, but not quite that far.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Garner. Oh, can he get onto this? McNeil. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Incapuyi. Aim forwards. Calafiori. Incapuyi. Calafiori. Incapie. And he goes cross-field. Rice. Garner. O'Brien looks to the other side. McNeil. McNeil carries the ball down the right. Rice. Calafiori. Oh, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. They played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Ødegaard. Ødegaard, gently done. Out to the right, back into the middle. Nice interception, well timed. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Arsenal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
McNeil! And he's McNeil, more or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Ødegaard chooses to go cross-field. Idrissa Gueye. McNeil. Looks to the other side. Mikolenko. Grealish. And here's Grealish. And it's Mikolenko. That's good play. Time to deliver. Garner. And here's Beto. Rice. Calafiori. Incapuyi. Calafiori. Ødegaard. Martinelli. Ødegaard. Saka. Timber. Saka. Saka chips it through. Oh, that is asking for trouble. That'll be a throw-in. Played into space out wide. Oh, nice touch. There are a few waiting for it. Martinelli. Great chance! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And here's Martinelli. That is a brilliant interception. Grealish shifted upfield. Saliba. Rice. Saka. Shapes to shoot! Arsenal are level.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Plays it across. Oh, that's a fine challenge. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Mikolenko played over towards the opposite flank. Great defending, strong and determined. Calafiori. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Gabriel forwards and with intent. Timber. Saka. Rice. Now he's got space here. What a throw in. Branthwaite. McNeil. And he goes cross-field. Grealish. Grealish going full steam ahead down the left flank. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Defending of the desperate variety. And it's Garner. Mikolenko tries a cross. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Played towards the other side. Idrissa Gueye. Coleman. Idrissa Gueye. Out to the left it goes. And here's Grealish. So who's he picking out? That's an excellent interception. Calafiori. Incapie chooses to go cross-field. Saliba. Timber. That's really well manoeuvred. Saka. Rice played out to the left flank. Referee's given a throw. And it's Rice. Saka takes a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Saka just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Branthwaite, gently done. McNeil, played over towards the opposite flank. Lovely feet. That's a nicely weighted pass. Well read, and the danger is averted. Ødegaard. Mikolenko. And he goes cross-field. McNeil. Martinelli. Gabriel. Rice. Martinelli is onto it in a flash. McNeil. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Mikolenko. And here's Grealish. Grealish. Garner. Martinelli. Calafiori. Ødegaard. Saka. Martinelli. Great work on the overlap. Martinez tries a shot! Cleared away. And it's Rice. And the shot! It's anyone's ball now. Turns and goes back. It's a good foot in there. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Martinelli. Mykolenko gets rid without sophistication. Calafiori. It's a fine run and he's happy to keep going. It'll be a throw-in. And it's Rice. Odegaard. Martinelli. And here's Saka. McNeil. Rice. Martinelli. Now who's going to be first to this? Drilled in low. And it's claimed by the keeper. And here's Beto. Rice did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Saliba, aim forwards. Garner. Mykolenko looks to the other side. McNeil, Coleman. Idrissa Gueye. Garner. Mykolenko. Grealish. Played towards the other side. McNeil. And he goes cross-field. Grealish. Mykolenko. Idrissa Gueye. Garner. Grealish. Now here's the delivery. Saliba. Martinelli. Muscular approach does pay off here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Mykolenko. Grealish looks to get on the end of this. Nkapoui. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. There will be a throw-in. McNeil chooses to go cross-field. Mykolenko puts a cross in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Nkapoui. Martinelli. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Odegaard. Saka. It's Timber. Now it's Saka. There's the shot!
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Idris again. McNeil. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Rice. Martinelli. Garner wins the duel this time. Grealish. Garner. O'Brien. Head over towards the opposite flank. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Timber. Played towards the other side. Calafiori makes the interception. Timber. Timber chooses to go cross-field. Calafiori. Martinelli. Saka. Tries a deft little ball. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, it's come loose. He whips it across. Tarkovsky tries to clear. McNeil. Grealish. Grealish. And it's Mykolenko. Mykolenko looks to the other side. And that's a throw. Who's he going to play in? Rice, spread out to the left. Rice tries to dink it through. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Calafiori. O'Brien. Mykolenko. And he goes cross-field. McNeil does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Grealish. Garner. And it's Gay. And reclaimed it in a trice. McNeil. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Garner. Can he deliver? Grealish! Moved on forwards. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Grealish. Martinelli. Calafiori. Martinelli. Ball comes in, and the keeper beats it away. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Saliba. Timber. Branthwaite attempts a clearance. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Calafiori. Steaming on goalwards. Rice. Now it's Rice. Ødegaard. Martinelli. Ødegaard. McNeil. Coleman. Tarkowski. Garner. Grealish. Mikolenko. Played towards the other side. Has brought play back and showed him a yellow card. It's Rice. And here's Saka. Rice. Ødegaard. That's a fabulous ball. Oh, that's nice. And here's Mark. There's the shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Saka, who does have an assist to his name. Ødegaard. Martinelli. Idrissa Gueye does really well to win the ball there. Brilliantly cut out. McNeil. Looks to the other side. It's gone for a throw-in. Now it's Martin. Chance to shoot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Arsenal really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Mikolenko. Idrissa Gueye laid out to the left flank. And it's Mikolenko. Mikolenko tries a cross. Idrissa Gueye. And here's McNeil. Hit into the middle. Timber. Saka. Rice. Calafiori. Saka. Cleared away. And a play for a throw. And it's Ødegaard. Martinelli. Oh, right on the edge of the penalty area. What's he giving here? Well, the referee has given a free kick just outside the box. And he has taken a dim view of this, a second yellow, and that means red. The players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, I think the old term.
Saka! That has been knocked clear. Saka, and here's Martinelli. And it's played forward. Good running, strong and purposeful. McNeil. And it's Coleman. Nice control. And here's McNeil. Ødegaard wins the duel this time. Ødegaard defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Succumbs to the pressure. Martinelli. Across it goes. And that has been clubbed away. Better. McNeil. McNeil chooses to go cross-field. And it's Grealish. Mykolenko. Grealish. That's tidy. Oh, that's well done, really robust. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, for me, Peter, I think it's all too pedestrian and slow. They need a large injection of purpose now.
Timber charging forward down that flank. Mykolenko gets over and intercepts. That's really well manoeuvred. McNeil head over towards the opposite flank. He is just caressing the ball. Grealish. And here's Grealish. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Saka. Arsenal keep the ball but can't do anything meaningful with it. Ødegaard, and he goes cross-field. Calafiori. Rice. Martinelli. Ødegaard. It is a corner. Only partially clear. Tries the cut back. And it's Rice. Nice physical challenge.
Rice really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Coleman. Garner. And here's Beto! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Beto really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
All over again with the goalkeeper. Garner. Mikolenko shifted upfield. Greenish going full tilt down the left. Grealish with the cross. Calafiori attempts a clearance. Muscular approach does pay off here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's managed to get free. Delivered across. Oh, this is a good shot at goal! Grealish. And that's put paid to a promising move. And it's Ødegaard. Tries a measured ball. Saka, delivered with swing. It's a goal kick. O'Brien aimed forwards. Mikolenko played cross-field, changing the point of attack. It's a good run down the right. Oh, sweet feet. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, welcome to the modern game. You get hounded as soon as you get the ball. You can't take time like that.
Incapuyi. Strong running down that left flank. Martinelli. Garner. Mikolenko head over towards the opposite flank. Coleman. Garner. Proves too strong. Ødegaard. Rice. Timber. He's found a way through. Martinelli. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. O'Brien. Timber. Calafiori. And here's Martinelli. And it's Rice. Ødegaard. Rice. And here's Saka. He's had a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Well, clearance is short. And that was very necessary. Calafiori. Martinelli gets into some space. Oh, smashing header! Didn't quite get enough on that.
He simply mistimed the header, and it was as if he knew it wasn't going to work out.
McNeil chooses to go cross-field. Mikolenko goes on a charge down the left. Acrobatic effort! Oh, that was extravagant by any standard.
Well, you've got to admire the confidence and the agility. Wasn't too far off either.
Saliba, gently done. Rice. Coleman. McNeil looks to the other side. Grealish. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Garner. Mikolenko, played towards the other side. Now it's Martinelli, picks it up out wide. And he's there to clear it. Mikolenko moved on forwards. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Martinelli. Incapuyi. Calafiori. Rice. Calafiori. Martinelli. And the shot! Garner. Grealish. Mikolenko. And he goes cross-field. Calafiori. Now that's well seen too. Coleman. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Branthwaite chooses to go cross-field. Mikolenko. And here's Grealish. Grealish delivers. McNeil. Martinelli. Calafiori. Martinelli. Saka. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Grealish. Garner played over towards the opposite flank. McNeil forwards and with intent. Saka. And here's Martinelli. Out to the left it goes. Martinelli, backward it goes. Mikolenko. Grealish. Nikolenko. Martinelli. Calafiori. Gabriel, gently done. They play cross-field, changing the point of attack. Nikolenko. Grealish. Garner. And it's Coleman. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. And he's got his cross in. Ødegaard. Grealish. Garner. Looks to the other side. Coleman. McNeil. That's a promising run he's making on the right. But that is good defending. It's been repelled. That's really well manoeuvred. Martinelli, he's through here. Pickford gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Rice. And that has been cleared. And it's Ødegaard. Great defending, strong and determined. Grealish. He's making a real surge on the left. Oh, lovely feet, he is such a good mover. McNeil. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Beto. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Martinelli. Timber does really well to win the ball there. Rice. Martinelli. Martinelli. Grealish. Tarkowski. Grealish. He's having a look round. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And it's Coleman. Coleman. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Incapuyi. Calafiori. Martinelli. Ødegaard. Incapuyi. Calafiori. Rice. Calafiori. And he goes cross-field. Saka. Caresses it through. Coleman. McNeil. McNeil. Played over towards the opposite flank. Garner. Can he finish? Keeper's not concerned by that.
Oh, such good technique as well. That was exquisite. It's a real shame he couldn't find a finish after that.
Rice. Nkapie shifted upfield. Gabriel. Calafiori. Martinelli. Rice. Calafiori. Martinelli. Calafiori. Very nicely done. Aimed in towards the centre. Martinelli! And again the keeper stands strong. Nikolenko. Grealish. Nikolenko. Played towards the other side. It's gone out for a throw-in. Calafiori. Martinelli. Now this could be a chance. Decent chance! Goal! Arsenal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
McNeil, and he goes cross-field. Mikolenko, and he shoots! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Saliba, aim forwards. And here's Beto. He's got away. McNeil. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Ødegaard. Beto. Good run through the middle, but he needs support. Ødegaard does well to get it back. Rice. Saka. Saka. Lovely bit of skill. O'Brien gets it clear. Gabriel. Rice. Moved on forwards. And here's Martinelli. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Martinelli! That was venomous. Tarkowski. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Grealish. Grealish with the cross. Saka. Martinelli. Calafiori. Rice. Odegaard. Rice. Martinelli. Calafiori picks it up now. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
He just needed to be quicker then. This defence won't give you time to second-guess yourself.
Coleman. And it's McNeil. McNeil, and that's aimed into the middle. Looking for a decent ball in. Played in. It's a mighty effort! Really well taken goal. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Oh, nice touch. A chance to play it in. And here's Martinelli. Martinelli! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Mikolenko. Mikolenko chooses to go cross-field. And here's McNeil. Coleman. Garner. Danger averted for now. And that's been won straight back. And here's Beto. Garner. Takes a shot. Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Well timed, excellent interception. Mikolenko. Grealish. Mikolenko looks to the other side. Martinelli. Incapuyi. And it's played forward. Martinelli. Odegaard. Saka. And it's Timber. Martinelli! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
That's not going far. Odegaard. Now it's Rice. That's good defending, very good defending. Grealish. Garner. McNeil. Played over towards the opposite flank. Garner, gently done. Grealish delivers. Raya claims it, and the danger passes. And that is a little undercooked. Garner. Coleman. McNeil. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Mikolenko climbs up big! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Beto made such good movement to get in position there. We were all expecting much more.
Rice. Calafiori. Nice physical challenge. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Garner forwards and with intent. Succumbs to the pressure. Tarkop. Garner concedes a free kick for that. Martinelli. Calafiori. Nice control. And here's Martinelli. And it's Rice. Calafiori. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Moved on forwards. Muscular approach does pay off here. Grealish. Short changes him with that pass. Saka. Timber. Ødegaard. Calafiori. Rice. Martinelli. Grealish. And it's Grealish. And here's Beto. Martinelli. And it's made its way to him. Saka! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched it down a bit, even though it was quite close.
Garner. McNeil is onto it in a flash. Played towards the other side. Grealish. And it's Mikolenko. Now it's Grealish. That's good play. Time to deliver. Garner. And here's Grealish. In with the challenge. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible. Ødegaard attempts a clearance. That's very neat. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Coleman. Oh, sweet feet. Garner. Oh, good spread. Calafiori tries to clear. And here's Beto. Beto! Timber. And here's Saka. Martinelli. Martinelli! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Martinelli clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
O'Brien chooses to go cross-field. Coleman. McNeil wins the duel this time. Greenish, and it's lofted through here. Cleared away. Gabriel. Rice. Calafiori. Calafiori shifted upfield. Oh, that's nice. That's really well manoeuvred. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, but it had to be. Timber. Martinelli. Rice. Greenish. Mikolenko. Greenish. McNeil looks to the other side. Greenish. Garner. And it's Grealish. Grealish produces a cross. Ødegaard. Martinelli. Martinelli. Calafiori. Calafiori has got himself a free kick. Tarkowski can get it clear. Beto is steaming forward. He is through here. Now it's Grealish, played out wide. He is just caressing the ball. And here's Grealish. Ah, such a clever touch. Proves too strong. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter.
O'Brien. Mikolenko. And he goes cross-field. And it's McNeil. And here's Beto! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Beto actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
McNeil plays it short. He's shooting! That has been knocked clear. Coleman. That is lovely. And here's Beto. Beto. Out towards the flank. Over to the left. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's on his way. And he welcomes it in. And the shot! Goal! Arsenal! Into the lead once more. Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves any favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Arsenal take the lead. Garner. And it's Mykolenko. Mykolenko looks to the other side. Oh, smashing header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Saliba, aim forwards. Martinelli. Looking here to chip it through. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Goes for a shot! Sticks it away! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Arsenal go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Rice. O'Brien. Branthwaite. Branthwaite shifted upfield. Played towards the other side. And it's Grealish. Mykolenko. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Succumbs to the pressure. Martinelli. Timber. Saka. Martinelli!
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. That's tidy. Plenty waiting in the middle. McNeil. So what can they make of this? The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Martinelli spread out to the left. Capouille. Gabriel gently done. Rice. Garner did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Martinelli. Saka. Oh, played right into his path. Chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And the lead is extended still further.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
He's caught 4. That is remarkable. Arsenal blast themselves into a 3-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And it's Garner. Saliba. Timber. Gabriel. Moved on forwards. Calafiori. Garner producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Branthwaite. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Mikolenko. Grealish. Garner. Mikolenko. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. A header! Hit with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Capouille. Calafiori. Good play on the left-hand side here. Beto does really well to win the ball there. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, I think that move petered out due to a lack of urgency. There was no cutting edge.
Rice moves short. Oh, it's played into the area. Garner gets it away. And it's Ødegaard. Timber. Now it's crossed into the middle. It's run loose here. And here's Saka. Grealish can get it clear. Nkapuyi. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Mikolenko defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Calafiori. Martinelli. Now then, the ball's come loose. McNeil chooses to go cross-field. And it's Mikolenko. Mikolenko. Grealish. Ball swung in. Capier clears it away. Looking for a decent ball in. Shoots! Well, that is rather wayward.
Look, we've all been there. Not going to make him feel much better at the moment.
Nkapuyi. Calmly anticipates. O'Brien. Mikolenko, head over towards the opposite flank. Branthwaite. They played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And they've got rid. Grealish knocks it out wide. Mikolenko showing good feet. Grealish. Chance, surely! And he's lifted it over. Saliba, Ødegaard, Saliba, Rice, and it's played forward. Calafiori, now he's off and running. And here's Beto. Beto played out towards the right wing. And it's McNeil. Grealish! No, not quite. Saka gently done. And he's there to clear it. Saka deflected behind for a corner kick. O'Brien gets it away. Rice. He's in a good position here. Saka. Deftly away. Garner forwards and with intent. And he's surging through. That has been cut short. Rice. Gabriel. That's really well manoeuvred. Grealish. Mikolenko. Rice. Calafiori. Martinelli. Saka. Garner. Grealish. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Martinelli. Decent progress down the left. Foot in. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Mikolenko. And it's Grealish. Mikolenko chooses to go cross-field. McNeil. And here's Beto. Grealish. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Beto. Chance for a shot! Saliba gets good distance on it. Garner. Out to the left it goes. And it's Mikolenko. Tries to get it clear. Garner have it back and can go again. Tarkowski cuts out the pass. And here's Beto. Mikolenko. And here's Beto. Beto made out to the left flank. Garner. Played out wide. Coleman looks to the other side. Beto does really well to win the ball there. Beto. Now it's Grealish, and it's Mikolenko. Oh, that's neat. Garner. And here's Beto. Decent chance! A real chance and a real let-off. Rice. Gabriel. And it's played forward. Well, that is not the best ball. And he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
McNeil. Played towards the other side. Mikolenko looking to hit the byline here. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Odegaard. Timber. Saka. Martinelli. Martinelli. And the shot! He can get that clear. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Rice. Odegaard. Moved on forwards. Timber wins the duel this time. Lovely feet. Grealish. Garner. Grealish. Mikolenko, and it goes cross-field. Coleman drives forward on the overlap. And it's McNeil. McNeil, and that's aimed into the middle. Saka. Martinelli. Martinelli. In by Martinelli. Mikolenko forwards and with intent. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Grealish. Mikolenko tries a cross. Martinelli. Calafiori. Oh, that's well done, really robust. McNeil, and played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Mikolenko. Garner. Mikolenko. Grealish. Mikolenko. This is gone, that's a foul. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Raya gets his gloves on it, nice and calm. Martinelli is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
McNeil chooses to go cross-field. And it's Mikolenko. And here's Grealish. Mikolenko. Garner. Odegaard.
Yeah, I think the word from the touchline, Peter, is that defence needs to focus.
The referee's awarded a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. Saliba. That's a cute ball. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Saliba is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
He has found the way through. Cross goes to mighty effort. Oh, he's got that completely wrong.
I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
It's a good run down the left-hand side. Calafiori. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. He's having a shot! They've done it! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
It's an old saying, but it's still as true as ever. The first yards in the head, and look at the way he was so quick off the mark there.
How many? Just how many? Arsenal are having a ball here. Played towards the other side. McNeil. Garner. Mikolenko. Grealish. Grealish delivers. That's an excellent interception. Saka. Timber. Showing good feet. Hangs one in.
I think those reactions say it all. He didn't wait for the support and the chances gone a begging.
Garner. Garner shifted upfield. Mikolenko played over towards the opposite flank. Well, it's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Oh, Red, nice interception. Branthwaite looks to the other side. Garner. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Rice, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Saliba. Calafiori. And here's Martinelli. Pressing's intense and it's paid off. Branthwaite. McNeil. Coleman. Coleman chooses to go cross-field. Ødegaard. Calafiori. Now it's Martinelli. And it's Rice. That is a brilliant interception. Saka. There are a few waiting for it. Garner did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Coleman, and he goes cross-field. And it's Mykolenko. Mykolenko. It's a throw-in. Now who's going to be first to this? Hit into the middle. And the shot's on, and he shoots! Oh, it's come loose. He'll try to keep this alive. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Rice. Incapie, aim forwards. Martinelli. Spread out to the left. Oh, that's nice. Can he deliver? Very nicely done. That's going to go a long way. Martinelli.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Beto, gently done. Incapie, forwards and with intent. Rice. Calafiori. Incapuyi. Gabriel. Gabriel, played over towards the opposite flank. Arsenal seeing plenty of the ball, but without too much penetration. O'Brien. Mykolenko. McNeil. They played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Lovely bit of skill. Grealish with the... Oh, what a climb! Not the worst header in the world, but nothing comes of it. Oh, that's a nice ball. Saka.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Odegaard gets a foot in here. Saka. Played back in. It's a threatening ball. Can he finish? Pickford trying to keep this in. Saliba, aim forwards. That's really well manoeuvred. Garner did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Calafiori played towards the other side. And it's Timber. Thinks one through. It's out for a goal kick. McNeil, and he goes cross-field. It's run loose here. Mykolenko looks to the other side. Martinelli. And it's played forward. Saka. Martinelli. Martinelli closing in on goal. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. McNeil. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And it's Mikolenko. Oh, nice touch. Garner. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And that has been cleared. Calafiori. Crunching tackle. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And no surprise, that's a booking. Martinelli. And that's a... And the shot! Garner. Grealish chooses to go cross-field. Calafiori clears it away. Played it again. He's cut it out. Saka. Martinelli running with the ball. Great defending, strong and determined. Coleman. McNeil. Coleman. And it's McNeil. McNeil head over towards the opposite flank. Goes down, but nothing given. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, the clearance is short. Rice. Chance! And that is a routine catch.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And it's McNeil. Last chance, perhaps. McNeil gets chance! Not a joy, but a decent try. Ødegaard. The final 5 minutes. Calafiori. And here's Martinelli. Now it's Martinelli. McNeil. Branthwaite. McNeil. Mikolenko. Grealish. Grealish. Oh, sweet feet. Garner. Out to the left it goes. That's tidy. So who's he picking out? Garner. Oh, such a clever touch. Defending of the desperate variety. Out for a throw. And it's Garner. Mikolenko. Played towards the other side. Now it's McNeil. Nice control. Incapuyi. Timber. Saka. Now it's Martinelli. Martinelli has been caught there, it's a foul. He's in a great position. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. McNeil. Coleman. McNeil. There's the header! Pulled out the best in the keeper. Martinelli. Rice. Moved on forwards. That's good play. Cleared without complication. Arsenal have reclaimed it. Calafiori shifted upfield. And he thumps it clear. McNeil looks to the other side. Grealish. Saka does really well to win the ball there. Martinelli aim forwards. Grealish. And it's Mikolenko. Mikolenko chooses to go cross-field. Now is this the final assault? That's very neat. And here's McNeil. Garner. Coleman. McNeil gets a cross in. Martinelli. Saka. Saka. Timber. That is lovely. Grealish. Beto. Grealish in acres of space out wide. Grealish. What about this cross? Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Saka. Martinelli. Garner wins the duel this time. O'Brien. Grealish. Mikolenko, and he goes cross-field. It's McNeil. Timber getting this one clear. Could have here their final chance. McNeil with the short one. Plenty waiting in the middle. McNeil played in. And that's not going to find its target. Tarkowski. Garner. Mikolenko chooses to go cross-field. Nice physical challenge. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Now this is a potential flashpoint, and the referee has his hands full. Good strong hand by the keeper. Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save. They've played it short. It's really well cleared. Martinelli. Proves too strong. Odegaard. Calafiori. Played out to the right. He is just caressing the ball. And it's Coleman. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Looking for a decent ball in. There will be 4 extra minutes. Oh, it's come loose. Martinelli. Rice. Incapuyi. Timber. Odegaard. Incapuyi. Incapié, gently done. Decent progress down the left. Calafiori. Great chance! Garner. Coleman. McNeil. We get a throw in. McNeil head over towards the opposite flank. Garner. Over to the left. Oh, that's neat. Time to deliver. That's very neat. Mikolenko spread out to the left. Garner. And here's Grealish. And here's Grealish. Lovely bit of skill. Grealish. He's had a shot! Keeper always had the measure of that. Timber. Saliba. Rice. Gabriel. Gabriel forwards and with intent. Grealish. Mikolenko. And it's Mikolenko. Up he goes! No, he can't turn it in. Now the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Timber. Saka. And it's hoisted clear. O'Brien getting this one clear. Very nicely done. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. O'Brien. Moved on forwards. Garner, and it's played forward. Saka. Saliba. Saka. Saliba. Saka looks to get on the end of this. Garner. Grealish. Garner looks to the other side. And it's Coleman. Oh, that's nice. Martinelli. Saka. Timber. Saka. Done delicately. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Martinelli. Now it's Martinelli. He's having a shot! And he's missed it. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Ball is over the line. Ødegaard. And the referee brings it to a close. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Arsenal certainly produced a lovely blend of